Hello and welcome. The objective of this video is to show you how to begin a pre-class activity in the problem set using the IPython or Jupyter notebook. So, you should have your problem set ready with you. Launch your Anaconda Navigator and look for the panel that says Jupyter Notebook. Then click Launch. So, I'm going to click the Launch button now. Okay, at this stage, a new tab will open in your default browser and it should have the Jupyter Notebook icon here. Look for the button that says New. Select it and choose Python 3. So in the meantime, I'm just going to resize my browser so that it will occupy the whole screen. There are a few things that you can do with this notebook. First, give it a name by changing the title. Let's name it Week 10 Pre-Class Activity. Click the rename button here, and you will have renamed your notebook. You will also see that there's a cell here which is ready for you to key in some Python code. Go to the pre-class activity in the problem set and key in the code that is shown in part 2a. So I'm just going to toggle to the problem set window. Here, so key in the code that you see here in part 2a of your pre-class activity. What I'm going to do now is just to copy and paste, but I recommend that you just type out the code one by one. Okay, so I'm pasting it in this cell, and I'm just going to adjust a little bit here. There we go. So now, once you have done so, go to the cell item on the menu and select Run Cell. Once the cell has finished running, you should see that the number here has increased. Okay, so you are ready to actually insert another cell to key in the subsequent Python code that is shown in part 2b. So navigate to the insert menu on the item and select insert cell below. I'm going to go to the problem set now and then just copy and paste the code, but of course I think you should type it out. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to copy this code, Ctrl C, and I'm going to come back to my Jupyter notebook and I'm going to press Ctrl V, and there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to run this cell as well. So again, I just navigate to the cell button and just select Run Cells. Now you can see that each line of this code that you see here does certain things, and the output is shown at the bottom of the cell, and so you should be reading this output and you are ready to actually answer the questions posed to you in the problem set. Entering Python code is not the only thing that Jupyter Notebook can do. So it can also allow you to have text that explains the code. Go to Insert and select Insert Cell below. Here we go. So we have a new cell, and currently it's configured to enter Python code, as you can see from this part here. What you can do is to change it to accept text. Go to the cell item on the menu, select cell type, then select Markdown. You are now ready to enter text. Let's try to key in some text now. If you would like to have a header, just prefix your sentence with a hash. This is the biggest header that's available. And if you like smaller headers, just use 2 hashes. And if you even want a smaller header, use 3 hashes. And then if you like to key in some text directly, just do so. Right, and of course you can intersperse your text with another header. And of course you can also, and one feature of this Jupyter Notebook is that you can use HTML codes. So I'm just going to have a HTML code that bolds the text. Oh, wrong part. Okay, so currently it's all just text and you have not run the cell. So what we'll do is go back to the cell item on the menu, select cell, and then you can select run all cells to run all the cells. And as you can see, we are able, okay, this is the output of previous cell, so let me just scroll downwards. And you can see this is the outcome of what you have keyed in a cell that accepts text. And of course, this text here is the effect of the HTML code that you have just typed in. So if you are familiar with HTML formatting, you are able to make use of this effect in the Jupyter Notebook. For all the items that I've just selected from the menu, for example, run cell, run cells, run all, insert cell below, there are actually keyboard shortcuts. They are different according to the different operating systems that you have. So I leave you to discover what are the shortcuts for your own respective operating system. Okay, so this is an introduction to the IPython notebook. And of course, you should complete the rest of the pre-class activity in IPython notebook like this on your own. So happy working, and this is the end of the video.